lead us in a pledge of allegiance to a flag. Out loud with real, I want to hear it from the diaphragm. Go ahead, boys.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you, boys. That was wonderful. So, I apologize. I wasn't late, but I'm a little behind the eight ball here today. So we're going to do something today. And can I have, let's see here. Can I have Christopher Lull, Isabella Izzy DePiro, and Tyreek Highsmith come up. Tyreek, where are you? All right. Now, I'd like to have the officers involved in this. They may not, and the chief. Chief?
Yeah, Chris, go over there.
Where are you, Chief? Oh, well, let's get him to come on in. I know, I didn't see Dan.
Anthony's here, Chris is here.
Sean, this coming.
Well, we have your hair looks different. What you doing? Is it a special occasion or something like that?
Yes, didn't know whether they wanted to be right here, let me.
So, Chief, and if the officers can come over here, and Chief, we have some certificates, but I want you to give them to the officers afterwards. But I want to talk to the Boy Scouts because everything is a teachable moment, and so pay attention. Just check.
All right, you're good.
So, life is precious, right? From the day you're born to the day God takes you, life is precious. And everything that happens in between in your life means something. And sometimes life doesn't go your way. Some people get upset. And there's points in people's lives where it may not seem so precious because there's hard things happen. But from the day you're born to the day God takes you away, life is precious. You guys agree with that? So on December 27th, 2014, these young men and women, heard something. I guess you were walking on Main Street?
No, there's another.
By the riverfront? And somebody had fallen in the water. Now it's December. You could ask the river keeper, bay keeper, whatever keeper you are now. You fall in the water in December, you only have a few minutes. And then your life is going to be taken. It may not be the way you want it. It may not be, you may not understand. But it's critical. At that moment, you fall in the water, you have but a few minutes. And so as these young folks were walking, they heard something. And they investigated. And there was a person in the water. A person they couldn't help. So they called the police. And these officers to my left, along with not the police chief wasn't there, but these officers, along with I think two others, Officer Walther and Loico, came to the aid of a person in the water. And this person was probably, and I wasn't there, but I'm assuming since he couldn't climb out, right? I should have read this first. Couldn't climb out, that he was probably pretty close to that point where you kind of give up. And if you didn't do something, they would have been coming the next day with a hook and taking the body out. And so because of what you did, there's another soul walking on earth today because of what you did. You could have very easily turned your cheek, turned your head, not listened, not paid attention. That person wouldn't be here today. That is a precious gift that was given not only to that person, but to you. And as you go through your life, I don't care how desperate you become. I don't care how bad things look. The three of you should understand and should think about that man you saw in the water and how desperate he was. Because probably no matter what happens in your life, you're not going to be that desperate, hopefully. It's my prayer for you that you don't get that desperate. But that man's life was probably inches, moments from going. And you are responsible for that. And it is wonderful that you called the officers. You have a very well-trained police force. And they came to a rescue, and I thought it was pretty neat how they did it, created a human ladder. We should try that someday. I'd like to see it. But I think that's, I think that's pretty cool. And
In the summer.
I'm not going to the water. Listen, I used to water ski in January with a wetsuit. So I want to acknowledge, and I want to acknowledge the three of you young men and women. And just from the bottom of our heart, we are very happy that you have done what you've done. And we have proclamations, and I think they're all the same. I don't think they have individual names on them. And I just also want to point out, Mr. Lull, that, yeah, they have all the same names on them. I just want to point out, Mr. Lull, that his grandfather used to serve on the town board. And he's looking down right at you right now, very proud of what you've done. And so this, folks, I present to you the future leaders, maybe not of Riverhead, who might move on, but these are the future leaders someplace, and we thank you. And I know the officers. I really would like to Did any of you guys actually get wet? No. Oh, we thank you for your service. Be safe tonight. Might get a little snotty out there. You guys, are you on today? No. Well, thank you for coming out. Really appreciate it. Chief,
Good night.
thank you very much.
Good night.
All right,
We're good.
we're
Thanks,
good.
guys.
Thank you. Take care.
See you next time. Hopefully you'll never have to do that
Mr. Lowe, when
again.
you run for town board, we got to flatten that out a little bit. Sorry. All right. All right, boys. That's pretty cool, right? All right. Let's see here. Councilman Dunleavy is not here, so usually he offers. Oh, we didn't do the invocation. Is Reverend Mary Cooper? Yeah, we're having a.
I'll have to get on,
I'll have to get
on the Reverend Dr.
Does anybody? Yes. Would anybody like to do an invocation for the town? No. All right. Would you like to introduce the Boy Scouts, Cub Scouts? Actually, I would like one of the Cub Scouts to introduce who they are. What do we got? Oh, we got a couple. Come on up to the podium right there. Guys,
Line
go
up.
on.
Line up at the podium.
Tell us why you're here. Just pull the microphone down.
Hello, my name is Aiden Eslin, and I am here to learn about being a citizen and getting our citizen badge.
No better way than to see those other fine young men and women.
Yeah, you guys line up behind each other so that
My
we can
name
see
is
your
Charles
faces.
Lyles, and I am here to receive my citizen's badge. And
To have fun?
yeah, I guess, yeah.
My name is Joseph McCormick, and I'm here to get my citizen badge and to have fun and learn about being a citizen.
My name is Ryan Zaleski, and I'm here to achieve my citizen badge and to have fun.
My name is
Oh, there you go.
My name is Aiden, and I am here to understand the citizenship and learn a lot.
Hello, my name is Philip Tucci, and I am here to learn about the citizen badge and having fun. Yay!
All right, so did you see that? See how he projected when he spoke? That's what we expect for all the speakers today. We want you to project just like that young man. Next.
I am Connor. I'm here to earn my citizen badge. My name is Shane, and I'm here to earn my citizen badge and to learn about town hall.
Good luck. Let me know.
Hello, my name is Kevin Kolakowski, and I'm here to achieve my citizen badge.
Well, thank you very much. Does anybody else like to talk to us? What's the name? What pack are we from?
Hi, my name is Marie Boudet, and I'm the den leader for the Weeblos 1. We're in Pack 242 at Riverhead, and I have Leo McFarland that didn't come up, and August Thatcher Robinson that didn't come up, and Joe Stevens, and my son Daniel Boudet. Did anybody else be shy? No? I think that's it.
Why didn't you guys come up? Line up and tell me why didn't you come up. I'm sorry, and I should have known you were a Weeblo because I recognized the neckerchief as a Weeblo, so I was a Weeblo when I was a kid.
And this is one of our requirements, and Councilwoman Giglio was kind enough to, offer to have us here, showed us around the building, told us a little bit about what she does, about what you all do. So it's very good. Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you very much for coming. All right, well, congratulations, guys. I hope you get your citizenship badge. All right.
All right.
I guess we're going to go on to the more boring business.
I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes of the town board meeting for January 6, 2015.
You have a second?
And seconded?
Moved and seconded. Vote, please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
The minutes are approved. And let me just go into
Yeah, if you would, thank
correspondence. Should I wait a moment or just?
Go on. Nobody's.
Okay, nobody's listening anyway. Okay, under correspondence, a letter from Michael P. Cronin regarding the special permit application of United Riverhead Terminal. That was the public hearing of October 21st. Riverhead Neighborhood Preservation Coalition, a letter also regarding special permit application of the United Riverhead Terminal. Kimmel Lane residents, letter regarding municipal services to private roads and requesting inclusion on the Highway Section 189 list. Edward Goldstein of Oak Hills Community sent a letter of thanks on the decision regarding the snow plowing of private roads. Halleckville Museum Farm sent a letter requesting to the town board to waive planning and building department application fees for construction of handicap accessible ramp and parking. Under reports, tax receiver, total tax collection to date as of January 16th, $70,957,914.24. Tax receiver monthly utility collection report, November 2014, $450,372.01. Sewer district sent their influent gallonage report for 2014. There are no public hearings, and that's it.
All right. Thank you. Is there any other committee reports? All right. Not hearing anybody. We will move to, I guess, going right into public comment on resolutions. Does anybody wish to be heard on any of the resolutions? I don't see Sal.
No, it's Wednesday, it's bowling night.
It's bowling night.
Bowling night.
Okay. All right. Not seeing anybody.
On any, did you say?
On resolutions only, and then at the end, Steve, you can come up and tell us how much money your company wants to give the town again. Oh, I'm sorry. Is that you have a resolution you want to talk about, or is it something other than a resolution?
The fly boarding is 72, is that the number?
That's
Yep.
a resolution.
Now.
So you would speak now.
Project, did you say?
Project.
Okay. Bill
And I don't
Toad,
know why I called you Steve before, so I do apologize. For some reason, you reminded me. Jill, does he look like Steve Tibble? You look like Steve Tibble.
Bill Toder, President of the North Fork
Good evening,
Environmental
Bill.
Council. And I'm here to talk about Resolution 72 about the fly boarding. And following up on the letter that I sent to the supervisor and to the town board, just as a point of information, I think it's important that we remember that our waterways are a community resource. And it's not just the water itself, but it is the animals that live in that water. And for flyboarding within our creeks and our rivers doesn't make much sense, because those creeks and our rivers are the spawning places for shellfish and finfish. There are nurseries for our young fish, but especially the Peconic River, because this community, the town, county, and the state have invested about $1 million in the fish ladder in order to promote the spawning of alewives and the American eel. Fish larvae, plankton, are all at the mercy of the tides and the current. So as these are spawned and birthed upriver and they come downriver, they live in the eelgrass, they live on the shores, they live on the bed of the creeks. And the flyboarding, what it does is have a machine that sucks in high volumes of water and then project that out at high pressure, which kills the plankton, which kills these fish larvae. It's a problem that our electric generation plants across the country have had for decades and spent hundreds of millions of dollars to try to solve. And it's a problem because the plankton is what these fish larvae eat. We as a community have decided that it's important to promote our fish growth and to promote these spawning beds. So to have flyboarding in a creek area does not make sense. Moving out to the bay and broader water will cause fewer problems, doesn't eliminate the problems. And I think what people fail to realize from environmentalists, we're looking for true balance. There is a give and take in all this. The bays and our waters are a community resource, but we have to protect the things that we have invested in, that we have said, this is important to the community. So I hope you keep that in mind as you take a vote on this.
Thank you, Bill, and I do apologize, but if we got a picture of Steve Tibble and put him next to, and then you put these reading glasses on, you look the same. I do apologize.
But this particular resolution calls for a public hearing, so when that happens, those same comments should be said.
Does anybody else wish to be heard on the resolutions? Yes, Kevin. Do we have Mercy students back there? Raise your hands. Nice. I'm glad you showed up. We probably signed your statement, and I'm glad to see you back. If I don't sign them, that young lady right there, the deputy supervisor, can. I'm sorry, go ahead, Mr. McAllister.
Good evening, Kevin McAllister of Defend H2O, and you are correct, I continue to be river keeper, bay keeper, water keeper.
Some sort of keeper.
Yes. Supervisor, I'd like to compliment you on recognition of the 3 young people. That was very eloquent words and very worthwhile. It's nice to see people that care and particularly being recognized for being part of the community.
Thank you.
I'm a little confused. I guess I thought tonight would be a public hearing on this matter. That's not correct. So I'll be brief, but I think it's, what do they say in Madison Avenue? You have to hear it 9 times and then it starts to stick. Well, perhaps this is 3 or 4. But I will abbreviate my comments and just hopefully they will continue to register. I've pointed out to you, and you're aware of this, that the river is on the impaired waters list for chronic low dissolved oxygen levels, generally attributed to nutrient loads, nitrogen loads. It is a stressed water body. Obviously, stormwater is a big issue. The outfalls, I know the towns, this town over time is trying to correct those. One by one, but it is a process. It will take years. Sewage treatment plant. In reality, the compliments to the upgrade and innovation, as I shared last time, with reuse of some of that water on the golf course. But nevertheless, it does have negative implications to water quality. So there are stressors here. I've spoken about the sediments in this river. looking at, I think it's in Tweeds, maybe a couple old photographs there, some industrial nature to Riverhead's waterfront. God only knows what's in the sediments with respect to contaminants, and that's reality. No one's to blame for that, but it is legacy. It does exist. It is very shallow waters in this river due to sedimentation and the buildup of highly enriched organics. I described it earlier or previously as mayonnaise. A little tongue-in-cheek, but nevertheless, very fine sediments that if they go into suspension, ultimately because of the grain size being minute, they will stay in suspension, causing cloudiness to the water, loss of transparency, which is a parameter for good water quality, and in turn, with the suspension, you start to suppress dissolved oxygen levels. And again, this goes right to the impaired water status of this river. There aren't the water depths in the river for this operation, and I don't know enough other than the lift of a rider on this has a fair amount of propulsion, hydrojetting that will in fact cause turbulence, put the sediments up into suspension, and ultimately with the ramifications that I described. A lot of good things have been happening. I've cited the sewage treatment plant. I've been present here in other locations as this town board starts to discuss, water fire. Very positive things that, in fact, are celebrating the river and its waterfront. The fish passage up in Grangeville a couple years ago, wonderful things. So I try to impress upon you, let's not slip by really authorizing and approving and memorializing a use that really is improper for environmental considerations. And then, of course, the councilwoman has brought up safety concerns that are very legitimate. Certainly I can speak to this as a waterman. My recommendation, and I was a little at loss, Councilman Wooten, when perhaps I'm assigning this to you, I may be wrong, that shifting it east of the bridge. Well, that's a lot of geography, depending on what you mean by that. I strongly recommend that this operation, if it exists, be moved out of the river entirely. So we're talking Iron Point to
I think if you
Indian
look
Island.
if you look at the legislation the way it's written now, I don't know if you have a copy of it yet.
I did, and I was a little.
Last week I met with Constable Jim Divan, and he had his, he has an app on his phone which can show distances. And I think if you look at the parameters of this, I think you'll be quite pleased that it's far beyond iron.
It's going to be east of the 5 mile an hour buoy,
But then even with
Which
setbacks
we
inside,
set.
you'll see.
Say that again?
which we set.
Okay. Well, I know where that exists, and that really was kind of the bit of the bottleneck
Yeah, but then
adjacent to
there's
Indian Island.
There's channel considerations, distance from channels, which
Right.
most of that is. There's distance from shore, there's depth of water requirements. So if you put all that together, I think you'll find it's going to land
In the
beyond
bay.
that.
In reading the legislation, I guess one observation, I read the nuances to distances off of buildings and structures, including buoys. But there's a little bit of uncertainty exactly where that line exists, and therefore, similar to shellfish grounds, why not use actual landmarks, Iron Point to point of Indian Island. I still think that the depths are very highly questionable, but because we're in a higher energy environment, there are going to be coarser sediments. Thus, the turbidity problems would not be as pronounced as if we get into the muddy section of the river proper. So, do the right thing.
Kevin, we hope that people understand. They may not understand Iron Point. They understand the 5 mile an hour buoy, which the Bay Constable goes out and sets and resets every year. So I felt as a boater that would be a good point to reference, because
Would it help at the public hearing if I get a map made up
Absolutely.
and
Yes.
shows by triangulation where we're talking about?
just get your Navionics on your phone.
Well, no, I'll put something so the public can see that.
And lastly, just so you know where I'm coming from, I consider myself a pragmatic person, but I'm also highly trained in this discipline. The notion that, just to say no for that, just for the sake of saying no, that's not where I come from. There are legitimate environmental concerns, water quality concerns. The state has DO criteria for this river and other water bodies. They have a narrative turbidity standard. Let's not get to the point where people like me are pressing the state or the town to, get into real enforcement mode. Just, right from the outset, shift it out into a location that's not going to be impose a water quality problem and the impacts that Bill had articulated and that you're hearing from me in a much broader general sense.
Your next meeting will probably be in Southampton, because the reality is we only control half of pretty
I'm
much half
already
the
on that, so
that is. So I'm just showing Councilman Wooten avionics. Do you have navionics on your cell phone?
Yeah, but
Great
but
program.
I'm not going to pass my phone around that.
That's a great
do
program.
we have a date for the public hearing, or is that
Yes.
being established?
The 18th, Diane just said.
7:05, I think it is.
February 18th?
February 18th, 7:05.
Thank you. Okay, thank you for your consideration.
Thank you. My navionics still has me at Ocean Beach Park. Okay, well, I'll show this to you. It's a really good program.
Well, that's the one that Jim had.
Yeah, it probably is. How you doing, sir?
Very good. How you guys doing?
Couldn't be better.
All right. So going back to, I guess I can comment on these fellas just briefly. I don't know how much damage.
Can we have your name for the record, please?
James Bissett,
Thank you.
owner of Flyboard LI. Going forward, it's new to me, the community of the shellfish, the spawning, where they're located, where they travel down to. There's actual studies on that of where they are, but I don't know if necessarily one flyboard is putting out so much damage or destruction to these waterways. If you have thousands of boats daily passing through, they're doing, I think, you say much more damage than what I'm doing. I'm one boat, one jet ski, and the way it works, it's runs as a normal jet ski. It's sucking the water through as any other jet ski would be passing by, and just putting the water back into where it is. The water status and the depths, as this gentleman spoke about. I've been out there, measured the depths plenty of times. You mentioned 6 feet. That's what we need to operate. There's 6 feet on low tides over there, and over up to 12 feet on the high tides. I just want to get some status on, reasoning for the 300 feet away from. I can understand. I would push 300 feet from residences, docks, things like that.
Well, this isn't the public hearing.
I know. I'm just letting you know what I would like. If we
you can ask that at the public hearing. That'll be fine.
Okay. Well, they mentioned what they wanted to. So just mentioning the 300 feet from the shores, I think, is unnecessary. As other people, 100 feet is plenty enough. I said the 300 feet from residences is good, because people are complaining about the major noise that it produces. A couple other things, I'm trying, my family and Petrocelli family, the Bissett family, Petrocelli family have been in this community for almost over 15 years now. I think they've done a lot. I'm not saying, give us handouts here or anything, but we are trying to produce, bring downtown of Riverhead a destination spot. Bringing people here. And, the first year of the flyboard, I have brought, well over 400 people into town that have never been here before, city people, Jersey, Connecticut, from all over the tri-state area. And, I want them to enjoy the town. I've been here for 23 years of my life. I practically grew up here, being on the marina as well. It's coming about, nice, slowly, but that's what we're trying, we're trying to bring people here. If we get pushed out into the bay, I'm not saying, if you don't let me do it here, I'm not going to do it, but getting pushed out in the bay is not going to bring these people into Main Street. You know, if I have to make a boat going all the way down the river, it's not going to be effective business practices. You know, I'm not going to be able to do what I need to do. You know, so it's going to bring them elsewhere. You know, not down Main Street. You know, it's going to you know, push them other ways. You know, where we're right here on Main Street. They want to go get something to eat after. Stay in one of the hotels. They're right there, walking distance. It's a great spot. You know. Let's see. And I mean, I'll talk to these gentlemen afterwards. You know, just getting, you know, proofs on their studies that they're talking about, if that would be acceptable. But yeah, all the other stuff, you know, going forward with the safety regulations, I see you taking is being done already with all that, which is good. And other than that, just, you know, just want to talk about the distance, you know, and operating in the 5 mile an hour zone. You know, you guys want to push it out, we'll push it out, no problem. But I just, you know, would like some actual reasons behind, you know, the purposes behind these actions.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Does anybody else wish to be heard? All right, not seeing anybody, we're going to take up resolutions.
We're going to untable
Let's
this first one?
untable and vote on Resolution 31.
Okay, I'll move that we untable Resolution 31, which approves the highway superintendent expenditures. So moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded as to untable?
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution 31 is untabled.
I'd like to move it. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please?
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
The resolution is adopted. Resolution 48.
This is a community development block grant program budget adoption for 2014. So moved.
And seconded.
Yes,
Yes.
it's a year behind. Moved and seconded, vote please?
Did somebody second it?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought George did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay,
he
I'm
did.
sorry. Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 49.
General fund budget adjustment. So moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please?
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 50.
Authorize attendance at the Government Finance Officers Association Annual Conference. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, vote please?
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
No.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 51.
Main Street Iron Archway budget adoption. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please?
Giglio.
This is a beautiful archway that is being funded by Cornell Cooperative Extension, New York State Department of Health, Creating Healthy Places. The alleyway across from the Suffolk Theater is being used as a driveway, and it's really meant for people to walk. It's got the stamped concrete, so this beautiful archway that mimics the top of the Suffolk Theater will be installed there, and it'll be a nice thing for downtown. So yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 52.
Riverhead Charter School Water Extension 77. It's a capital project. Budget adoption. So moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please?
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 53.
Authorizes the supervisor to execute a professional services agreement with G-Force Global Unisys. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, vote please?
Giglio.
Did we talk about this one?
This is
No.
the one when Lori came in to explain to you about.
This is that one?
Suffolk advertisement, and she said this was the other one that she needed to get through that. Bob, when is it due? February 1st or something?
Yeah, it expires the end of the month.
There you go. She said that this one was coming.
So great that we have a mainframe. Okay. Moved and seconded, vote please?
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted.
So for those of you in Mercy's school there, our computer system was designed when I was in college. It's a mainframe with a COBOL-based computer language. Look that up. I can assure you, you can't play Game Boy on it or whatever it is you do on your computers.
Resolution 54.
I am Hal. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's about it.
202B, final order authorizing increase in improvements to the facilities of the Riverhead Water District, the wellhead treatment for perchlorate. Is that how you say it?
Perchlorate.
Perchlorate removal, plant number 16. So moved.
And seconded?
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 55.
Awards bid, wellhead treatment for perchlorate removal, plant number 16, contract 5, vessel fabrication delivery, Riverhead Water District. So moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 56.
Awards bid for street lighting and traffic signal maintenance repair parts. So moved.
A second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 57.
It rejects the bid responsive to the request for bids, food and meat products published and posted on September 25th, 2014 and November 27th of 2014, and authorizes the town clerk to republish and post a request for bids for food and meat products utilized by the town of Riverhead. So moved.
And seconded?
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 58.
Authorization to publish advertisement for janitorial supplies for the town of Riverhead. So moved.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Wait, yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 59.
Set salaries for 2015 part-time call-in personnel for the Riverhead Recreation Department. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
I'm going to vote no because I kind of liked what the supervisor said, that we shouldn't be giving increases and we should be doing what other towns are doing with the recreation people. So I'm going to vote no.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
I'm not privy to that conversation. Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 60.
This sets fees for usage of recreation and other town facilities. So moved.
And seconded?
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 61.
Set salaries of various recreation employees for the year 2015. So moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
No.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 62.
Ratifies the appointment of a call-in assistant recreation leader 3 to the recreation department. So moved.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
No.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 63.
Authorizes the town of Riverhead Senior Citizen Advisory Council to secure sponsors for the financial benefit of the town's Senior Citizens Resource Guide. So moved.
And seconded?
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 64.
Authorize the acceptance of donations. So moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 65.
Authorizes the supervisor to issue a letter to the Suffolk County Department of Health Services allowing the use of Pine Barrens credits originated from property located in Riverhead, the Crest Group, 1717 Veterans Memorial Highway, Islandia, New York. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 66.
Authorizes the town clerk to publish and post a public notice for a public hearing regarding an alleged unsafe and abandoned structure located at 162 Founders Path in Baiting Hollow, also known as Suffolk County Tax Map Number 600-39-6-16. So moved.
And seconded?
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
This particular house, there was a third-story cupola that was put on the building. They never got building permits for it. The neighbors were all complaining. They're not sure whether it was built to code. They're frightened that this thing is going to blow off and hit their houses, and we can't have surrounding residents living in fear. So I'm going to vote yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 67.
Authorize supervisor to execute a contract for payments in lieu of taxes, that's pilot, with STR Systems, New York LLC, Orsini and Calverton Industrial Park LLC. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
I'm going to abstain because the agreement is not attached and I'm not sure exactly what the dollar amount is for. The town attorney told me beforehand it was for $82,000 for the first year, but the agreement is not attached, so I'll abstain.
Gabrielson.
I'd like to ask the town attorney, is that the number?
It's the number that I discussed at the last Thursday, yes.
And it's consistent with the number that Power.
Correct.
And that the assessors negotiate.
Yeah, and I did provide a draft of the agreement to the town clerk before the meeting at the request.
Okay.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yeah, I know a lot of diligence, a lot of back and forth went with the assessors, and that was the number that they agreed with, so, yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 68.
Authorizes the supervisor to execute a professional services agreement with Suffolk Online Advertising. So moved.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 69.
This authorizes renewal of a license agreement. So moved.
And seconded?
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 70.
Awards bid for on-site grinding of town yard waste. So moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 71.
Approves the Chapter 90 application of East End Emerald Society St. Patrick's Day Parade, Saturday, March 28, 2015. So moved.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
This is a parade for all of the public benefit, so I'll vote yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
At late March, you might as well call it an Easter parade. Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 72.
72 authorizes the town clerk to publish and post a public notice for a local law to consider amendment to Chapter 106 entitled Waterways through the town code. So moved.
And seconded?
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 73.
Authorize settlement of legal action by Glenn Meyer, executor of the estate of Joseph R. Wowak against the town of Riverhead. So moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 74.
Authorizes town clerk to publish and post public notice to consider a local law to amend Chapter 108 entitled Zoning of the Riverhead Town Code. And this has to do with the definition of family. So moved.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Couldn't be any broader. Yes.
Walter.
Oh boy, yes, sorry.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 75.
Authorization to execute an intermunicipal agreement with neighboring municipalities to form the Peconic Estuary Protection Committee and convey contribution to the funding repository. So moved.
And seconded?
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
This is for all the municipalities to chip in and to pay for one coordinator that would coordinate for all the municipalities with the state when it comes to the Peconic Estuary Program. So it's a good thing. It'll free up some of our town engineers' time, so I'll vote yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 76.
Approves the Chapter 90 application of Strong Island Kids. It's a mountain bike race Saturday, March 28th, 2015. So moved.
St. Patty's Day Parade.
Second it.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 77.
Authorizes the town clerk to publish advertisement for bids on a used 2004 or newer steel 30-foot dump trailer for use by the town of Riverhead Highway Department. So moved.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 78.
Appoints member to the Recreation Advisory Committee. So moved.
And seconded?
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 79.
Ratifies the reappointment of member to the Riverhead Open Space Park Preserve Committee. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution Resolution adopted. Resolution 80.
Reappoints member to the Riverhead Open Space Park Preserve Committee. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 81.
This ratifies the reappointment of member to the Riverhead Open Space Park Preservation Committee. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 82.
Reappoints member to the Town of Riverhead Ethics Board. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 83.
Ratifies reappointment of members to the Town of Riverhead Ethics Board. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 84.
Reappoints member to the Riverhead Farmland Preservation Committee. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 85.
Reappoints member to the Town of Riverhead Ethics Board. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, vote
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 86.
Reappoints member to the Riverhead Farmland Preservation Committee. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 87.
This reappoints member to the Riverhead Farmland Preservation Committee. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 88.
Reappoints member to the Riverhead Farmland Preservation Committee. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
You know, I'm glad we did these individually because it just goes to show how many people really step up to the plate around here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I vote yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 89.
Ratifies agreement between Tanger Properties Limited Partnership and the Town of Riverhead in connection with December 2014 holiday sales. Utilize parking police personnel and police cars. So moved.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 90.
90 rejects bid for maintenance, installation, and emergency services contract D distribution and authorizes rebid of project of the Riverhead Water District. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 91.
Authorized publication of help wanted advertisement for a part-time environmental planner. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
No.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 92.
Pays the bills.
Second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted.
All right, so we've concluded our official business, and we open it up to public comment. Does anybody wish to address the board on any matter? Not seeing anybody. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Seconded.
Seconded.
Vote, please. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstention? Motion carried. Mrs. Slenny, do you need a ride home? Yes? Good. I'll